Hello, I'm Bethany from Bethany Wellness. Join me for this Be Kind yoga class. Hello, friends. I'm so glad you could join me today for this Be Kind yoga class. Have you ever stopped to ponder how different our world would be if all of us treated everyone with respect and kindness? I think our world would be quite different. So let's practice a yoga class today where we really focus on being kind to ourselves and others. The only thing you'll need is a blanket. And let's begin in a seated pose. So I'm choosing to roll my blanket so that I can sit towards the front of the roll. So not sitting on the blanket necessarily, you're sitting towards the front of the blanket to allow your pelvis to tilt downward a little bit. Downward meaning it's tilting towards the mat. And then you can do cross-legged, you can do butterfly pose, you can just have your legs stretched out to a V, whatever's comfortable. And let's close our eyes as we begin to settle into our breath. So letting the breath begin in the belly, let it travel up towards the shoulders. And then pause for a moment at the top of your inhale before you exhale. Let the shoulders release down away from your ears. Begin to draw your attention to your body, scanning any areas of tension, any areas of gripping or holding that need to be released. Just being mindful of how your body feels today. Begin to scan and notice your thoughts, observing your thoughts with a curiosity, avoiding judgment or criticalness in what your thoughts are. Just notice what they are, and then as you exhale, let those thoughts go. And at this time, draw your attention to the feeling of kindness. What does it feel like to you when you're kind to others? And what does it feel like to you when others are kind to you? I would describe it with my children as the thought of helping me bloom or helping others bloom. So in our actions and in our words, we can help others bloom or wilt. Let's choose bloom today. Let's choose kindness. So thinking about kindness towards yourself. Be kind in the words you use in your monologue. And then sharing that kindness with others. Be kind in your interactions with others. And even with people that are unkind to us, perhaps that's an area where it's even more important for us to be kind to them. Maybe they're the ones that need kindness the most. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a few breaths here, gazing down to fingertips. Then inhale, reach arms high to the sky, keeping those palms connected. Exhale, release the arms down by your sides. Then inhale, rise the arms up, connect hands at heart center. Imagine scooping in kindness for yourself as you draw the arms in, and then releasing kindness towards others as you bring the arms out. Inhale, arms overhead with prayer hands. Exhale, releasing kindness for others. Inhale, drawing in kindness, arms overhead. Connect hands at heart center, drawing it in. Inhale, both arms high with prayer hands. Exhale, release kindness. Good. Let's come into tabletop. So on your hands and knees, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Begin to sway the hips to the right for side cat. So just feeling that nice opening through the right hip, the right glutes. Inhale back to center, sway hips to the left. And just notice here, exploring your body, if there's any areas that are resistant, maybe you need to spend a little more time, a few more cycles of breath on those resistant areas. I'm choosing to just sway between right and left today because that's what feels good to me right now. So just explore what feels good and honor your body. Good, then come back to center. Bring your left hand into center, then exhale, open arm twist to the right. Reach the right arm high. Take a few breaths here, opening the chest, opening the shoulders. Good, then connect back to center. Switch sides, right hand connects to center, open arm twist, exhale. And inhale, come back to center. Exhale, child's pose, sink hips to heels, bring your forehead to rest. Connecting to some nice deep breaths here. I want you to think of a very tangible way to be kind to yourself today. What would nurture your mind, your body, your spirit? What's something you could do to be kind to yourself? Maybe it's simply just in your monologue, the way that you talk to yourself. Maybe it's in doing something nurturing or pampering for your body. And then bring that out to what sort of kindness could you do for somebody else? A stranger, a neighbor, a friend, a family member. Small acts of kindness, it doesn't have to be big, can really help someone bloom. Inhale, rise up, tabletop. Let's go through cow-cat breaths. Inhale, let your belly soften down. Take your gaze forward or up. And exhale, tuck and round into cat. Press through your palms, round through your spine, gaze back. Go through a few cycles of your own cow-cat. Link your breath with your movement. One more cow, one more cat. Good. Then curl your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips high. Create an inverted V. Pedal this out a little bit if that feels good to you, or just leave your heels melting down towards the mat. Spread your fingers wide. Feel the pressure in between the pointer finger and the pad of muscle there between your thumb and pointer finger. Just a little more rotation there to help the wrist be more comfortable. Then walk your feet to the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge forward. Widen the knees as much as you would like. Widen the legs. Bend the knees. Let your head hang heavy. Give it a nod, yes and no. Inhale, halfway lift. Straighten your legs. Draw hands to shins. Flatten your back so you're creating a number 7. Bring arms out to a T. Imagine scooping up kindness as you rise all the way up. Extended mountain. Connecting palms at heart center, standing at attention, drawing in on that kindness. Inhale, rise both arms high. Exhale, baby back bend. Think about sharing kindness with others, releasing kindness. Inhale, both arms high. Exhale to chair pose. Sit down in your chair. I'm going to narrow my feet a little bit. You can narrow your feet or you can widen them. Just make sure your knees match. A couple more breaths in your chair. Arms overhead, shoulder height or heart center. One last breath. Bring hands to heart center. Exhale, forward fold. Soften down and release. Step your right foot back, low lunge. Left foot stays at the top. Hands frame your left foot. Left knee over left ankle. Plant your right hand firmly down. Exhale, open arm twist. Left arm lifts high. Steady breath. Good. And connect back to low lunge. Step your left foot back, high plank. Hold here in high plank. Flatten your back. Core is connected. One more breath. Exhale, downward facing dog. Release your knees, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Feeling a little bit more flow here. Your breath may become a little bit heavier, so just reconnect here, finding your slow, steady breath. Inhale, rise up, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk your feet to the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Give your head a nod, yes and no. Rise up to halfway lift. Draw hands to shins, shoulder blades together. Bring arms out to a T, scooping up kindness as you bring the arms overhead and connecting hands at heart center. Inhale both arms high, releasing kindness as you take a baby back bend. Exhale. Inhale both arms high. Exhale to chair pose. This time airplane your arms. Hinge forward with your torso so you're almost flying over those legs, pretending you're like a downhill skier person, getting ready to jump off of that nice ski jump. Squeeze on those triceps. Good. Bring hands to heart center. Exhale, forward fold. Step your left foot back, low lunge. Right foot stays at the top. Right ankle over right knee. Or excuse me, under right knee. Bring the left hand into the mat, into center. Open arm twist, right arm lifts high. You can come to a fist here too if that feels better on your left hand. And reconnect back to low lunge. Step your right foot back, high plank. Hold here. Draw that belly button up and in, kind of connecting the core. Then exhale, downward facing dog. Release the knees, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Reconnect to breath. Every time our poses and postures change, our breath changes. And rise up from your table. And then come to sitting down to the long part of your mat, stretching your legs out in front of you. Doing a little bit of circles with your feet, your ankles. Good. And then connect the left foot outside of your right leg, hugging the left leg in. You can stay here, or you can take the other variation, connecting right heel to left sits bone, and then your left foot connects outside of the right thigh and hug in here. So just keep that left leg connected into a nice firm hold, a nice firm hug, and try to still stay fairly lifted up through your spine. Steady breath. See if you're still gripping. Sometimes I grip my glutes or my quads here, so just notice, tune into that, and release. Couple more breaths. Good. And slowly release out of the pose. Give your legs a little shimmy. And switching sides. So this time the right leg hugs in so that right foot connects outside of the left thigh, or the other variation, connecting the left heel to your right sits bone, and then hugging in the right leg by connecting the right foot outside of the left thigh. Staying lifted tall, staying connected to your breath. Notice if you're gripping any of the muscles in your leg or in your glutes. See if you can relax them. Good. Then unwind from the pose, stretch the legs out, give them a little shimmy, a little shake. And then let's come to lying down on your mat. Preparing for spinal twist. Bring your arms out to a T. If you like a deeper twist, bring your legs and feet together. More gentle would be having them drawn wide. Inhale first, then let the legs fall to the left. Taking some nice full breaths here. Inhale, legs to center. Slowly let them release to the right. Inhale, legs to center. Hug them in one last time. Just gently hugging those legs in. You can wrap your arms around your shins or behind your thighs. And then bring your feet to the mat. You may wish to have your blanket or even pillows here for this pose, which I didn't warn you in advance. I apologize. But for here, let the soles of the feet connect and let the knees open up out to the sides. And you may wish to place blocks or pillows underneath the thighs. Sometimes I just make little fists and let my fists be the rest for those legs. Some people don't feel like they want support, and that's okay too. If you want to just bring the soles of the feet to connect closer or farther away from your sits bones. And if you have your hands free, sometimes it's nice to place right hand to tummy, left hand to heart center, connecting to your breath. And I want you to say something kind to yourself at this moment. I am, fill in the blank with something kind. And then think of one other thing to say kind to yourself. I am. And more importantly, remember what God tells you, that you are loved, that He created you to be a light in this world. And being a light in this world means being kind to others. And slowly draw the knees back together. Hug them in one final time towards your torso. Take an exhale, release your legs down for final surrender for Shavasana. You can choose to have the legs stretched out or bent. You can choose to use that blanket or that pillow if that feels good underneath your head. Begin to connect to some 4-7-8 breaths. Exhale all the air out your mouth first, placing the tongue on the roof of your mouth. Inhale through your nose for 4. Hold your breath for 7. Exhale out your mouth for 8, pursing your lips together. Let's do that again. Inhale through your nose for 4. Hold for 7. Exhale out your mouth for 8. Do 2 more of those breaths at your own pace with your own counting. And then just settle into your mat, melting down with each breath, feeling a sense of peace and calm wash over you. Think about ways that you can be kind to others today and respectful of others, even when you don't agree with them, that you can still be interacting in a way that's respectful and kind. And take a few more nice deep breaths. Enjoying this moment of final surrender. And take a deep breath in, bringing some movement back. Wiggle your fingers and toes and ankles and wrists. And slowly roll to one side, spending a few breaths on that side. To rise up to a comfortable seated position. I thank you so much for joining me today for this Be Kind yoga. May you be kind to yourself and may you be kind to others. We'll end with Namaste. The teacher in me honors the teacher in you. Namaste. Be well.